Jacob Turner had always believed that hard work could outlast bad luck. Every morning before sunrise, he prepared breakfast for his 8-year-old daughter, Lily, before driving her to school and heading to the manufacturing company where he had worked faithfully for nearly 10 years. Life was never easy, but Jacob refused to complain. His daughter depended entirely on him, and that responsibility gave him strength every single day. After losing his wife to a sudden illness 3 years earlier, Jacob learned how to balance two impossible jobs at once. During the day, he worked as a maintenance supervisor. At night, he became a cook, teacher, cleaner, and comforting father. Although exhausted, he treasured every smile from Lily, believing their love was worth more than anything money could ever buy. Everyone at the company respected Jacob because he never avoided difficult work. Whenever expensive machinery failed, he stayed late without asking for overtime. New employees often sought his guidance because he patiently explained every detail. Even senior managers admitted that the factory operated more smoothly because Jacob quietly solved problems before they became disasters. One rainy Monday morning, everything changed. The company announced unexpected financial losses and claimed several departments would be reduced immediately. Employees gathered nervously in the conference room, whispering among themselves. Jacob remained calm until the human resources manager called his name and handed him an envelope containing termination papers without offering any meaningful explanation whatsoever. Jacob stared silently at the documents, struggling to understand how years of loyalty could disappear within minutes. His manager avoided eye contact and simply thanked him for his service. Carrying a small cardboard box containing family photographs and personal belongings, Jacob walked through the factory doors feeling completely defeated for the first time. Driving home became the hardest journey of his life. Lily greeted him excitedly after school, proudly showing a drawing she had made, featuring both of them smiling together. Jacob forced a gentle smile despite the overwhelming sadness inside him. He promised everything would be all right, even though he honestly had no idea what tomorrow would bring. The following weeks tested every ounce of Jacob's determination. He submitted applications everywhere, from repair shops to warehouses, yet interviews rarely came. Bills accumulated while savings steadily disappeared. Still, Jacob refused to let Lily see his fear. Every evening he helped with homework, cooked simple meals, and reminded her that hope should never disappear. Unknown to Jacob, someone important remembered him. Several months earlier, while repairing machinery, he had quietly prevented a catastrophic equipment failure. Instead of taking credit, Jacob protected another employee from unfair blame. Watching everything had been Evelyn Brooks, a wealthy investor visiting anonymously before considering purchasing major shares in the struggling manufacturing company during confidential negotiations. Evelyn admired Jacob's honesty because it reminded her of her late father, who had built his own business through integrity rather than shortcuts. She specifically asked executives about the dedicated maintenance supervisor. Shockingly, they informed her he had recently been dismissed during workforce reductions. Their casual response immediately troubled her far more than expected. Curious, Evelyn began investigating the company's internal decisions. Financial reports revealed something alarming. Jacob had never been terminated because of poor performance. Instead, executives removed experienced employees while protecting less qualified relatives and personal friends. The layoffs had nothing to do with merit. Evelyn immediately recognized this as both unethical and dangerously short-sighted leadership. Within days, Evelyn completed negotiations and became the company's largest shareholder. During her first executive meeting, she reviewed employee records one by one. When Jacob's file appeared, she stopped the presentation. She asked every executive to explain exactly why one of their highest-rated supervisors had been dismissed despite receiving exceptional performance evaluations every single year. Silence filled the conference room. Eventually, one executive admitted that Jacob had been considered too expensive because of his experience. Hiring cheaper workers appeared financially attractive during restructuring. Evelyn calmly closed the folder before announcing that sacrificing integrity and talent for temporary savings always created far greater losses in the future than anyone initially realized. Instead of accepting excuses, Evelyn ordered a complete review of every questionable termination. She insisted that honest employees deserved fairness, not convenient explanations. After several hours examining evidence, she reached an unmistakable conclusion. Jacob's dismissal represented everything wrong with the company's leadership culture, and correcting that mistake became her highest immediate priority without any hesitation. The next morning, Evelyn personally requested Jacob's address. Rather than sending another formal letter, she believed respect required a face-to-face conversation. Arriving at his modest home, she noticed Lily watering colorful flowers outside. The little girl welcomed the visitor politely before inviting her inside, unaware that this unexpected guest carried life-changing news for her hard-working father. Jacob opened the door wearing old work clothes because he had been repairing a neighbor's broken fence for extra income. Recognizing Evelyn from the company visit months earlier, he looked surprised. Before he could apologize for the humble surroundings, Evelyn sincerely said, "Mr. Turner, I'm here because our company made a terrible mistake. We need you back." Jacob remained speechless. Evelyn continued, explaining everything she had discovered about the unfair layoffs and dishonest management decisions. Then, with genuine humility, she said words nobody expected from a millionaire businesswoman. "I'm asking you personally to return. Please help us rebuild this company with the honesty it desperately needs." Tears quietly formed inside Jacob's grateful eyes. Jacob accepted the offer, not because of the generous salary increase Evelyn proposed, but because she treated him with dignity. Returning to the factory weeks later, co-workers applauded his arrival. Many employees who had witnessed the injustice finally believed fairness could exist again. Under Evelyn's leadership and Jacob's guidance, the struggling company gradually transformed into a respected workplace. Months later, Evelyn introduced new employee programs supporting working parents, fair promotions, and transparent leadership. She often credited Jacob for inspiring these changes through his unwavering character. Meanwhile, Lily proudly told classmates her father had taught powerful people an unforgettable lesson. Kindness, honesty, and perseverance always create success that money alone can never buy.